If you see a light at the end of the wormhole, it's probably a photon torpedo.
Hello, this is Scoryth of the Crimson Renegades, and welcome back to Playthrough featuring Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. Last time, we made our way safely off the Borg ship, and we had some time to kind of rest and relax and check out a brand new torpedo launcher weapon. And then we had a ship come toward Voyager. It's coming this way in a really big hurry, so we're now going to board a giant gun and shoot it off. At least that's what we hope. Grab your helmet from your locker, go to the equipment room to get your weapons, and proceed to the transporter room with your team and beam out to the away mission. So, there's our helmet. We're going to grab it. We now have our helmet. Way! We got our first mission. Succeeded. Okay, I know that wasn't really that difficult, but I don't really care. Go over here and talk to these guys real quick.
I'm fine.
Alex, what do we know about these harvesters?
Not much. We know they can tear a ship to pieces, and even the Borg are scared of them. Totally resistant to assimilation.
Well, better that we get a move on and not find out.
Alright. That was kind of uncomfortable. How about these two?
Sure hope Tuvok is right about this gunship being operational. I don't think I want to come face to face with those harvesters.
Tuvok's usually right. We got plenty of time to board the ship and fire it. After this, we should be free and clear.
Yeah, but you know what they say.
What?
If you see a light at the end of the wormhole, it's probably a photon torpedo.
Man, Joe, sometimes you make me think Murphy must have been a Boolean.
Who's Murphy?
You know, Murphy's Law. Nah, trust me, you'd like him.
If you see the light at the end of a wormhole, it's probably a photon torpedo. Okay, yeah, I've never heard that. You know what they say? Obviously I don't. Never heard that before. Alright, we're going to follow these guys over here as they pick up their weapons. Kind of like earlier. They take their time grabbing their stuff. But they don't grab everything, but we do.
Your ship doesn't look very friendly.
Oh, what are your another great and obvious observation from the people around us. Now that we've got our weapons, proceed to the transporter room with your team and beam out to a away mission. Let's grab the rest of our weapons. And the epic photon torpedo launcher. Alright, we're going to switch over to the phaser just so we don't accidentally shoot anything or anyone, blow ourselves up. A little more frame rate lag there. Oh boy, Tuvok's in a hazard suit. That means he's coming along.
Coordinates received and locked in, sir.
Energized.
I gotta admit, well, even everybody else, those helmets look weird. They just look too big. The breach. There's a giant gunship. Not like a helicopter gunship, but literally a ship that's a gun. Alright.
Gravity's a little light here. Should have brought grav boots.
Power to this area must be partially out.
Whoa! She wasn't kidding, we can go high.
Looks like
Escort Tuvok to the control center of the gunship.
Fighters? I thought this ship didn't have a crew.
Fighters?
Maybe they're automated.
we do not have time for idle speculation. We should proceed.
Yes, we don't have time for anything whenever you're around, Tuvok. Alright. The Dreadnought ship is an unknown alien vessel. That's kind of redundant, isn't it? Unknown alien? Oh well. It is essentially a giant weapon possessing immense firepower. It is a derelict vessel devoid of life signs, which means there's going to be full of things going to kill us when we try to get in. Let's mosey over to this door and get it to open.
The door won't open. Like I thought, power's out.
It is likely we would be blown out through the hull breach should we open the door just yet. We must
That's an
restore
annoying
the
sound.
environmental integrity of the hangar bay before we continue.
It looks like there's a computer console on the upper level. Maybe we could restore power there.
Mr. Monroe, find a way up there and see what you can do.
Of course, it's always up to me. Restore environmental integrity and artificial gravity. Yeah, those metal creaking sounds you hear, they're persistent throughout the entire mission. They can get a little irritating, especially in the early parts because there's not a whole lot of action. Alright, in order to get up there, there's an elevator here, but the elevator is up, and since there's no power, we can't bring it down. But we still have to get up there in order to do all that stuff that Tuvok told us to. So to do that, it's kind of tricky. Since there's little gravity, you can jump pretty high. So what you got to do is jump up on this thing here, like this. Careful not to fall off. And then jump over to this. Jump across these things. A little platforming here, so kind of an interesting aspect. Jump over to here. Oops, I failed. Probably should do a run jump, that way you got plenty of speed when you float through the air. Like I said, there's just no gravity here, you can jump much higher, which helps. Well, this is turning from going to be a playthrough episode to a fail episode if I don't quit doing this crap wrong. Alright. Alright, over here, let's try this again. Hold control, or hold whatever your run button is, and run jump. Oh, really? Really? If I fail too many times, I'll probably just cut it out and just cut to the point that I got up there, because that'd just be an embarrassing waste of time, and just embarrassing in general. Alright. Let's try this one last time. Jump. Alright, made it this time. Okay. There. Come over here. This control panel. Not really anything difficult.
A containment field.
Force field, and we have air.
Environmental settings are normalizing. Good. We could take these helmets off. No. Leave them on until we get to the control room, and I can secure environmental integrity to the entire vessel. Mr. Chell, you may now open the door.
Alright, now that we've done that, we can take this elevator, now that we have power, back down. Because if you jump down, now that gravity's back on, you will take some damage. Don't worry about that little door with the force field up there, there's really nothing to it. I don't really know what it's for, it's nothing special.
Mr. Monroe, lead the way.
Of course, I will lead the way because I'm the hero. Whatever. Alright, we'll proceed on down here. Nothing to do here, just take a left. Okay, I don't really know what that is anything about. I don't know if you're under it and you take damage or what, or if it's just for you know, little suspense. Because it's so quiet in here.
What's that? Harvester! Careful there! There's more fire. That's a harvester? I don't know. It looked bigger before we killed it. Let us hope, Mr. Chell, that you do not mistake one of us for a harvester.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, you know, I normally don't agree with Tuvok on most things that he says, but yeah, that one I'm gonna have to agree with. These don't really look that big. In fact, they're probably just nothing more than those creatures that we dealt with earlier on the scavenger ship. But they're definitely not harvesters. Okay. I believe if you go up this ladder here, there is okay, on this ship, you know, like I said, there's all the energy terminals are going to look a little bit different on each ship. On this ship, as you can see, it's still gold, so it's definitely health, but the health and weapon terminals will look like this. Gold, health, blue, weapon. And the dilithium crystals don't really change. Alright, come back down here, and here's an elevator. This is where the elevators get really irritating because they get on board the elevator one person at a time. There's Chell, there's Tuvok, and if you're in the way, they will actually gripe at you for it. Tuvok, like in his position. Here comes, I think that's Telsia. Yeah. There. Next guy taking his time. This really got on my nerves when I played this game before. And it's even more irritating now that I'm actually doing a recording, because now we're just sitting here staring at people slowly taking their time walking onto this elevator. I could fall asleep waiting for this stuff. Alright. Elevator doors close, and we go up. Doors open, and we move on. Down this hallway. I go left here. As we can see, we can't get through here. This door
There's some
is
serious damage here.
jammed by something.
Quite a bit much damage to this ship. We must get to the elevator at the end of this hall.
As you can see, there's a bunch of trash here. We can't jump over it, can't climb over it. There's apparently, as a hazard team...
Jammed by something on the other side.
I said that. Yeah, apparently hazard team training did not include climbing over obstacles. The only way to get around it is to go this way through this door.
These look like hibernation beds.
I guess there was a crew after all.
A small crew, perhaps.
So where are they?
Harvesters.
I'm sure we'll find out soon. The control room is still one deck above this one. We must get to that elevator. Chang, see if the debris can be blown clear. Chell, find a layout of this deck. Satlos, you and I will attempt to force the jammed door. Monroe, Murphy, see if there's an alternate route.
In other words, me find an alternate route. Find an alternate route past the debris in the hall for the team.
I don't know, sir. I don't think this door can be opened without
nothing we can really do here. I mean, there's nothing in this room that really stands out. Nothing fancy. The other thing, God, Tuvok, shut up. What you have to do in order to get through here is, you see this hole here? This is where you have to go through. But we cannot get into it, because all of this stuff is in the way. So, in order to move it out of the way, we have to shoot it. And then we go through here. Chelsea will point out that we found an alternate route.
Hey, Alex found a ventilation shaft.
And we get attacked by the little, by what Chell thought were harvesters.
It's pretty badly damaged.
They go through some idle conversation up there, nothing to worry about. Nothing to move on here about, just go up this ladder. And we're now on the other side of the debris that was blocking the way. This door already is open, so we proceed through here.
Monroe got around. Mr. Monroe, see what's jamming the door.
And as you can see, this chair here is jamming the door now that we can answer Tuvok's question, just like we saw when we were on the other side. This thing here is some kind of medical laser, cutting laser of some kind, I'm guessing. Here's how you operate it. It's kind of tricky. See these controls here? These actually turn the laser, but they turn them very slowly. As you can see, this turns it to the left a little, makes it point up a little, makes it point down a little, and makes it turn right a little. What you want to do is you want to aim that red laser at the chair that's blocking the door. So we have to turn the control panel here by just hitting the use button. If you look in the upper right hand corner, you'll see the laser as it's going across the screen. Despite how it looks, I am turning it left. I'm not actually turning it down. But since it's pointed so low already, it just looks like I'm just pointing it closer to the ground. Yeah, this is another real tedious little piece of thing to do. It would be better if it just like turn 90 degrees and be done with it, but no, it doesn't work that way. Alright, that should be about right for what we need. So now we need to point it up. So, yeah, control panel, point it up. Alright. Maybe a little high, so we're going to bring it down one. Probably would have still worked, but I don't really care. Alright, now that the red laser is pointed directly on the chair, we need to activate the cutting laser. To do that, walk over here, and push this control panel. The red laser is just a guide. It will guide you, telling you where the actual beam will fire. Hit the control panel, and it will get to yellow, and that's the actual laser beam. It destroyed the chair. Now the door will open. You don't have to actually move the laser beam or anything. As long as nobody hits that control panel again, it won't actually activate again. You open the door. Ta-da! Mission complete. Find an alternate route past the debris in the hall for the team.
Sound deductive reasoning, Ensign. Good work.
Yeah. Alright, now if you wanted to be a dick, you go over here and turn the laser back on as they go through the door, but you'd end up shooting them and be mission failed. It would actually blame it on you. Alright, over here, help the health energy terminal if you need it. And nothing really more to do with the laser. We can move on now. Bring left here. But what will we find through that next door? Find out next time on Playthrough, featuring Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. This is Scoryth of the Crimson Renegades. We'll see you later.